I look different today. I have my hoodie on. I kind of wanted to go for like a cozy vibe, but this doesn't really look cozy. It looks like grungy. Like I'm trying to do something like city urban fashion. I guess I'm trying to like make up for looking too professional the entire day. And now I'm like, I want to feel like me again. So, yes, if you don't know who I am, I'm Ellie Rose. I talk about sustainable fashion, environmentalism, and social justice. So I feel kind of energetic, feel good today. I don't know why, because the whole day today was kind of rough. But um, this is a Canva deck though that I work out of. So if you want to use this to like learn about fashion news, environmental news, social issues, pop culture stuff, I curate it, and this will always be a free resource. Every time I make a live stream for news, I also make a Canva deck, so you will be able to get this link for free. If you're watching the recording, like, feel free to skip through. If you're watching live, feel free to skip through. The thing is, like, I kind of like start off a lot with sustainable fashion, and then I get into like eco stuff. But yeah, feel free to look through this whenever you want. But I do yap and yap and yap during my stream, so hopefully you want to join me. What else? So my typical schedule now that I have a new job is this. So I'm going to be doing fashion news Tuesdays, and then gaming will be Mondays. Oh, okay. So I'm constantly changing my schedule. So now this is 7 and 9:30. Okay, so I made this schedule like last week, not knowing I was gonna get a job, and then I got a job, and now it's changing again. So I guess good job on me for getting a job. Haha. How many times can you say job in a sentence? We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so 7 and 9:30, and then Fridays will be random. And that will be, again, 7 to 9:30. If you don't know, I got a new job. And it's full-time, like 9 to 5. But they said it was part-time, so I'm kind of confused, like, how many hours I'm going to be working a week. But, yeah, that's my schedule for now. Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Should put this one on top. But I love fashion news. I think it's important that we stay updated with what's going on in the world. So that's my streaming schedule for the next 6 months, to be honest. My job is seasonal, so we're working towards this huge event. We're trying to sell like 45,000 tickets to sell out the whole venue. And it's going to be happening in July. So once that event is over, it's kind of like my job is done. So, yeah, I'm coordinating the office. I don't really know what that means. I don't even think my supervisors know what that means. But, I have a job. I have a job. Let me check the audio before I get into personal news or the actual freaking news. So let me see. Let me see the audio. Okay, so beautiful. The audio is working. If you're tuning in, hello, welcome in. Okay, so to get into like logistics of the stream, though, here is the community submission form. If you ever want me to talk about something, like I'm so down to like talk about anything. So feel free to fill this out. Is my hoodie working out? I have a bun, so like this whole thing right here is like poking out, and it kind of is bothering me. But if I take it off, my bun is not doing its job today. So I kind of like wanna do that or this. I don't know. I'm having a bad hair day. I should just cover it. I could look weird though. Yeah, I think we should have the hood on. I don't think anyone would care. Maybe just a bit like this. Okay. Yep, that doesn't matter. So, to get into it, I always like to start off with personal updates. So, as I was mentioning, I just started a new job, so my streaming schedule will change to be 7 to 9:30, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Topics change based on the day, and I think that's a realistic schedule, just because it's really hard to balance a lot of work, and then when you go home, you have to do more work. So I think 3 days out of the week is like a lot, given that most people don't really do anything after they get out of work. And I've been thinking about getting up earlier to go to this gym that's close to my job. I was gonna go and sign up today, but I looked at my bank account, and for 6 months it's $140 for the gym, right? And that's literally like half of what's in my bank account right now. So why would I want to leave myself with like $150 in my bank account? So I think I'm gonna wait until I get my paycheck, and then I'm gonna go sign up for the gym, and then wake up early in the morning and do that for the next 6 months. I really need to lose weight because I've never been as heavy as I am now. Like I take videos, I take photos of myself, and I just don't recognize myself. When I lived in Montana, like, I think that was like my peak aesthetic form, because I was always forcefully working out. Like, my job was super laborious. I was grabbing boxes, I was carrying stuff, I was on my feet for 24 hours of the freaking day. Like, from 9 in the morning until I left at like 4, I was just up and down stairs, walking with boxes, carrying stuff, using my hands, being on my feet. And that was exercise. And I sadly didn't eat a lot, but it was actually balanced. I would eat a yogurt in the morning, I would eat a small lunch in the middle of the day, and then I would have like a very nutritious meal, like eggs with bread, or like some sort of soup. I would change it up, or lasagna. Like, I would cook it myself. Like, I never really ate out. So I was never really eating pizza. I was never really eating soda. I had a very limited budget, so I didn't have like the means to like even splurge. But now, my current living situation, like, people are constantly giving me free food, and it's like very, very heavy, like, fast food. So I just have eaten it because it's like free, but I don't really necessarily want to be eating that, nor do I want to continue in my current physique. I'm like so like heavy, and it's like making me really anxious, and I don't know what to do about it. And I feel it at like 3 or 4 p.m. when like the sun is going away. I'm like, oh my god, then this entire day I've just sat in this test entire day, and I have not moved, and that is a problem. So I want to work out in the mornings. I feel like in the mornings it's a bit more realistic, so I can get like that dopamine hit, because I always start off my day with a lot of anxiety, and then I can't release that energy until I get home. But when I get home, I'm hungry, because I'm a big dinner girl. And so I eat my dinner. I'm like, well, I just ate, so when am I going to work out? But then I think about all the stuff I have to do, and I don't even end up going anywhere except to my couch. So it's just better if I go in the mornings. And I also don't have to deal with the rush hour in the morning, because I have to cross these major highways to get to my job. I just have to pass them. I don't even go through like highway systems. I just pass it through, and that just causes havoc on my commute time. But yeah, I'm actually really grateful for like the new job. It's just I'm really awkward. In the first day, there was like this huge meeting. It was regional leaders that were experts in their field talking about a game plan, and then in the trenches I heard that it's been months in formation, this meeting that I kind of crashed into because I came late. They told me to arrive at a certain time, but in their books, I was like coming later on when the meeting was already happening. I didn't make the decision to like rush in later, but they told me to arrive at a certain time, and I came. And so I was basically like just absorbing all the information. Today was my second day, still feeling awkward, even though I feel like every day has been super long and super tedious at the same time. Like, I feel like every day has been like 4 days. And I'm not trying to like overachieve, so I've been like acting, I guess, dumber than I am. Like I noticed certain things. Like there was okay, so one assignment was to look for events that would be interesting for the job that I work at. And so I found this event that was associated with where I work at, but I didn't mention it. I just made the assumption that it was done through the company that I work for, so I didn't ask. But my type A, straight A self wanted to be like, oh, I found this event and this event and this event and this event. Can you break down if you're associated with those? And like, do you want me to reach out to them? Do you want me to do this and this and this? And then when I was explaining my Excel sheet that I created, I kind of messed it up on purpose. I messed it up on purpose. Not kind of, I did. And I wasn't really fully paying attention to what I was doing. So, like, I'm usually, like, very, like, critical with my work ethic. But this time I just kind of, like, let myself chill and, like, zone out. But basically I just, like, didn't order it the best way possible. Like, you're supposed to, if you're, like, listing events, you're supposed to, like, kind of, like, organize it by a system. And I did. But I did it by month. But I put March 1st and then February and then May. So I kind of like intentionally kind of like messed up the beginning. So when she was looking at it, she would see like I had errors. Now, thinking back on it, I was like, maybe this was an intentional mistake. Yeah, it was, but it was also unintentional. But like I know myself well enough that like I'm gonna make mistakes and I always check myself for them, if that makes sense. But I didn't check myself because I wasn't like trying to like be the overachiever. So I was just kind of letting it be, knowing that it wasn't going to be perfect. So she gave me like more time to like fix the Excel sheet. She was telling me how to order it, label it, which I knew I should have done in the first place. It's just if you're a seasonal worker and you get paid $17 an hour, it just kind of reminds me of like Karl Marx's theory of like ownership. Like people need a sense of ownership in their job. And if you have no sense of ownership in something, it's like you're really not going to be invested. But I'm still grateful. Like, I'm very grateful. Like, I think I'll be very lucky to have this job for the next 6 months. And I am very lucky to have it. It's just knowing that I have to leave after a certain time with nothing set up for my success. It's actually really scary and degrading. Knowing that the people working next to you and your team are getting paid like 30 minimum to like $60,000 a year, and you're just thinking about like what's gonna happen to your life after the summer, you know, as you work $17 an hour with no benefits, no promise of stability, no promise of anything. So also running into a team that's already been established for like 7, 8, 10 years, it's really difficult. And so I wonder how they perceive me as someone that's been working there for years. Like, I just wonder, how does someone that's been working somewhere for 10 years perceive someone that's just coming into work for 6 months? You know, like, in my imagination, like, if I was a person with a stable job, seeing this, like, contracted, like, seasonal worker, would I really want to build a personal relationship with them? Probably not, because you know they're gonna leave. But I guess one of the ladies there kind of wants like entertainment, like some fun moments, and I could be that person. The thing is with me, like, I'm very perceptive, so like when you start a new job, you kind of like see the vibe. I think everyone can do that. Everyone gets the vibe, but it's like up to you to decide like how you want to be and how you want to like interact with the vibe. And I just never really want to like perform. And so I could act like the corporate girl, I could act like the white girl, I could act like the privileged person, but I'm none of those. Like, I'm just a seasonal worker that they happen to like. They gave me one interview and I'm there for 6 months. And that's just how I'm going to treat the job. So I'm excited to just continue to work, being grateful for the opportunity, but knowing it's temporary, and then just keep live streaming, keep working on my whatnot shows, every time that I think about doing whatnot, like something happens that week, but the excuses will be gone by next week, most likely. So I'll be streaming. I used to say I was going to stream on Thursdays for whatnot, but I think Fridays is actually more strategic because the next day I don't really work until the evenings because I have two jobs. I have the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday now, and then I have the retail job still at a vintage shop from 4 to 8. So I still have two jobs that I'm managing. So whatnot shows will go from most likely from like 6 or 7ish until like midnight. As long as I can, basically. I wouldn't mind staying up until like 1 if I have the energy. And then sleep in, you know, relax, wake up at 11ish on Saturdays, and then ship as much as I can, and then head out to my job at 4 and be there from 4 to 8, edit my YouTube video that's going to be up on Sunday, and then that's kind of like the routine that I have, and trying to fit like more whatnot shows on Sunday. If I have my video up already or feel energetic, I can try another one for Sunday. So basically what I'm trying to say is like I'm working a lot, but I honestly don't mind it because I hope by July I can actually rent out my own apartment studio. I've been dreaming about this studio for years. It's been like actually 3 years, and even when I was living in Montana, all I could think about was like having my own apartment. Like, I don't want to base my worth off of an apartment, but all I want in my life is an apartment. I just want my own space. I want to decorate my kitchen with fairy lights. I want a cozy carpet. I want to like have like axolotl plushies in my streaming room slash bedroom slash living room slash cozy room slash work room slash studio slash whatever. Like, I just want to like have something that I can call like mine, because I don't even feel ownership over a job. I don't have ownership over my living situation right now. I don't have ownership of even having the ability to choose if I want a pet or not. Like, there's no like choice I have right now except to stream or to upload a video on YouTube or upload on TikTok. So hopefully you guys understand if I'm like super busy, but if you're watching this, I'm sure you're supporting and like are interested in my life and like how I'm navigating it. And I think it's actually gonna be so fascinating when I watch back these streams and like see how much I've grown and like how many jobs I've taken up, because if you've been watching consistently, you've seen me go from having no job to being in some other random receptionist jobs to being a gym receptionist to quitting that to getting this job, and then now hopefully you can see my progress throughout these next 6 months of me trying to save up and work and become a whatnot seller and, you know, like move towards that studio dream. And like change isn't overnight. Like, it's gonna take time. So yeah, everyone that's watching or has even remotely cared about what's going on here, like, I appreciate it. It's very much a turtle pace, a very slow moving snail pace. And oh my god, like, I'm so excited to lose weight. I know it sounds kind of like dumb or weird or like vain, but I don't feel comfortable in how I look on my body. I just really want to film content. That sounds weird, but I just want to film videos. I want to film TikToks. I want to do all these things. I want to do like styling videos, styling fits. And it's, I'm sorry, I got a notification, got distracted. I just want to do like fashion content. And if I don't feel comfortable in my skin and I feel like genuinely ugly most of the time, like, it's not gonna work out. So like, I need to like work on being healthy to like feel good mentally. Yeah, hopefully because I feel good and I start to look good, and like things can start, you know, taking shape. But it's not just about looks, to be clear. It's like, it's part of it. It's part of like what I want to achieve in my life. I also wanted to really I wanted to show you some pants that I've been thinking about non-stop. I think I'm gonna Google them off the search thing because I don't know if my address is on here. Yeah, give me 1 second. I've been obsessed with a pair of jeans. And I've been thinking about them for such a long time. At the waist. Wavy. Okay. Denim pants. Wait, give me a second. I don't want to dox myself some. That's why I'm not showing my screen. Denim pants. V waist. Okay. Let me see. If I choose these, will it work? I don't like how you can see my zip code when I pull this up. I guess I can't show you. Wait, let me pull up something else. Maybe a Google image search. 1 second. I'll save it soon. Or show it soon. How do I explain how I love these pants? Okay. So it's kind of like... no, it's not a bad example. It's kind of like this sort of shape. It's like a V. Like a V sort of outline here. And like the bell bottoms. That's what I've been thinking about. But there is another sort of format that I wanted to wear. But they're not pulling up right now. But that's kind of the general idea. Let's see if I can find a similar one that I wanted. They're almost like leggings, to be totally honest with you. Here. Like this. Those look so cool. Now, I'm a simple girl. Like, I just like simple fashion that's like comfortable and like pretty. These are pretty cool. Like, I have hips. The thing is, you can be as skinny as you want. And like, if you have hips, like, you're gonna have to work with it. Like, you can't lose your hips with the weight. You know, it's part of your body shape. And it's been proven because in Montana, like, I was pretty, like, skinny. It's just my body outline was just that. Like, it was just, like, I had hips. I don't know what else to say. And it's crazy because a lot of women had the audacity to be like, how do you feel like not having the stereotypical body shape of the people here in town? I'm like, what the fuck is that conversation? Like, who asked that? But she was like really skinny and like really athletic, and I think she was just bothered I was like different. But yeah, I like these. These are really pretty. Now, I shouldn't be showing Fashion Nova, but I can save this image and like always put it in eBay and Depop. Wait, what would happen if I actually did that right now? I don't think I'm logged into eBay. Yeah, I'm not logged in. They have this tool on their app where you like upload an image and it searches it for you in the site. But I guess if you're not logged in and you just try to upload it, it's not gonna let you. They're not gonna let you, but it's fine. But yeah, I've been thinking about these pants nonstop. I think I'm gonna get some in blue and then probably some in like black, because where I work is business casual. A lot of Fashion Nova. But that's been personal news. I've been also uploading a lot on TikTok on a random account. It's just phones suck right now. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but phones really suck right now. And I always buy my phones refurbished on Amazon. I do support Amazon, but it's only to buy used phones on there, and I buy them unlocked. But I'm thinking about getting the iPhone 14. I have right now the iPhone 12. So it wouldn't be a huge update, and then on Amazon it'd probably be like $300 plus tax, which would be like maybe $320 something to like have it be delivered. But I'm thinking about also getting like more updated version. I was seeing there's an iPhone 18 or something, but I think the 16 would be pretty good. I would have to check on Amazon if there's like a refurbish option. I always type in refurbished unlocked iPhones. Let's see. I'll check real quick. I'm not gonna really show, so I don't share my zip code, even though people may even... I think people can tell where I live sometimes, because I just talk about my city all the time. It's not that smart of me. Okay, let me see how much it is, just to see. Unlocked, renewed, would be $524. Oh my god, there's pink. Wait, I wish I could show you, but I'm gonna like give you my zip code. Can I just share the image? Can you see that? That's the phone. That's the best I can do. That's Apple iPhone 16 unlocked, renewed, basically also refurbished. Has 128 gigabytes, and it's pink. I think the camera will be good. And it's $544. The one with the most memory, 512 gigabytes, $770. Why is that so expensive? One with 256 gigabytes is $712. Wait, why did it save over here? Is that a sign? Wait, let me just put that right there. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Okay, we need that. We need that. Alright, well, anyways, that was it for my personal tangents. That's a bit about me. But I do want to get into the news because I've been yapping a lot about my personal life. But, yeah, that's the new schedule. That's my life for now. But I do want to talk about the Zohran Mamdani Carhartt jacket that has basically gone viral this last week. I feel like news just comes and goes so quickly around fashion and on politics. Everything is just always moving so fast everywhere all the time, and like the online world just makes it even worse, and you can't even like process anything because it's already gone and like just not relevant anymore. But I want to still talk about it. But Zohran Mamdani is the new mayor of New York, as everyone knows, unless you're under a rock or something. And he's been basically celebrated because he has involved 2 local New York businesses in his fashion outfits. So we can read this Harper Bazaar article, but it says amidst last week's, this is last week's article, amidst last weekend's winter storms, Zohran seemed to be nearly as strategic with his fashion choices as he was with his civics one. It says the public servant wore a series of jackets that have stirred up conversations on social media for the outright alignment with New York City and its local workforce and public sector. One of those jackets is this one that was customized. It says, can I zoom in? It says Zohran Mamdani Mayor, and then it has like the city logo here. And then the article continues on to say that the first was a green zip-up from the Department of Sanitation, which he wore for a Saturday press conference at the Spring Street Salt Shed. The second was a jacket emblazoned with emergency management, in which he addressed New York public school students. And the last and most attention-grabbing assemble featured a Carhartt jacket he wore to a press conference and later to shovel snow in Brooklyn neighborhoods amidst Sunday's immense snowfall. The brand's full-swing steel jacket was sourced from Dave's, which is a family-run workwear store in New York. New York's Chelsea... Oh my god, I can't read today. A family-run workwear store in New York's Chelsea neighborhood that has been in business since 1963. So this is like the most famous jacket, the Carhartt jacket that was customized. So it has the City of New York little embroidered moment here that they took to arena_embroidery, the local embroidery place, and it says mayor here. And then it has a saying back here. I forgot what it said back there. What did it say back on the thing? Wait, what? Where is it? No problem too big. It says no problem too big on the collar. And it's very interesting he did it in the inside because no one can really see the inside of the collar. But everyone was like so fascinated with that. And then the article continues on to say that the piece also featured custom embroidery by Bushwick-based Arena Embroidery, founded by Rocco Arena in 2018. The city of New York features predominantly at the chest in bold curly lettering, while the bicep reads Mayor. The inside collar states no problem too big, and the quote is a sentiment he reiterates often, referencing a section of his inauguration speech in which he states, "Let us prove that when a city belongs to the people, there is no need to small." What? I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, I'm laughing at myself. Let us prove that when a city belongs to the people, there is no need too small to be met. Well, no person too sick to be made healthy, no one too alone to feel like New York is their home. There we go. So everyone was kind of like up in arms in this, and everyone was like just talking about the jacket and like fascinated that he was wearing Carhartt. I wonder if there was any like TikTok edits about this, to be honest, or any takes on this on TikTok. I wrote an article about this, a blog article, which we can read. But I want to see if anyone has made any TikToks on it. Zohran Mamdani Carhartt.
You know, when Mayor Mamdani wore this winter coat at the beginning of the storm here in New York City, a lot of people said, wow, where did he get that? Well, the answer is the coat itself was bought at Dave's in Chelsea, which is a store that's been there for a long time, but it was embroidered right here in Brooklyn at Arena Embroidery. Now you see the municipal city of New York right here. And on the side, of course, on this left sleeve, it says, well, Mayor. But the really cool thing is the inside collar, where you see no problem too big, no task too small. And this is a quote from the mayor's speech when he won the Democratic primary over the summer. And they actually, Zaire, who's the tailor here, was brought in to fix the collar so they could make this happen. So here it is. This is a replica of the coat that's going to go in the archive here, and a great job by the folks here at Arena Embroidery here in Brooklyn.
In the archivery, did he return it? Did he get a jacket and is he not going to wear it again? How is it that he has it? It was filmed 7 hours ago. Or uploaded 7 hours ago. Are they going to keep it? Oh, or maybe they made a copy, but that one looks legit, like the one that he wore. I have a lot of questions, but the comments are interesting. It says, so bought locally and also embroidered locally. That's how a mayor easily has shown his love of his city and the people in the city. Someone else says, someone please make this available to the public. I'm literally begging on my hands and knees. I've been seeing this sentiment a lot. I think it's kind of ironic because the first comment alludes to like why it went so viral in the first place, because people have perceived Zohran as someone that cares about his people, about local communities, local businesses, because he chose to go with this jacket and this brand. And if you know anything about Carhartt, it's a super popular brand, not only for like construction workers and like service workers, but also for like Gen Zers who are often like young men who love fashion and who want to be a reseller. Like there's a lot of demographics that wear this jacket for a lot of different reasons, and I feel like Zohran was really smart in choosing to do this. Like this attracts the working class service New Yorkers that are out in the streets doing really tough heavy duty work that requires this jacket, and it also caters to like the younger generation that see this as like the it item, and it's more so of an aesthetic piece than anything else, but still it speaks to like what is current, what is relevant, what they're seeking, what they're looking for. But then when you see like this comment of like, why don't you just make it available for the public, it kind of like takes away a lot of like what Zohran was trying to do. Like Emily, the person that commented, maybe wasn't trying to like commodify this action, but essentially it is if it is made available to the entire public. Like, let's say Carhartt decides to replicate this and create like duplicates upon duplicates. It's no longer necessarily that local because it didn't come from like a Chelsea store from the 1960s. It no longer was embroidered by a local shop anymore. Like, it becomes a commodity and it becomes a copy of something that was original. So it kind of eliminates the whole purpose, you can say, of the jacket. But a lot of people want their hands on something really easily. They're used to fast fashion. They're used to commodification without thinking about the repercussions or like the deeper meaning. So they're like, on my hands and knees, please give me this item so I can feel like I'm part of something. But honestly, to the people like Emily, I've always have told them, like, just dress yourself, dress like yourself, like embroider it yourself, go to your local shop and get it yourself, and like be unique. Don't beg for something to be made for you. Instead, like, go out and like do it for yourself and like put some deeper meaning in it. Like, how is it that a jacket that says mayor on it is going to be relevant to someone that's in, like, I don't know, let's say she's in Tennessee when she's not the mayor, you know? Like, it, everything should kind of serve a purpose in your closet, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense to have something really popular that like someone else wore. And then someone else commented, I love this, I also want one that says born and raised, like born and raised in New York. The thing is, I feel like a lot of people could do this on their own. Like, they could seek someone that specializes in embroidery. They can choose any brand for the jacket that they choose to embroider it on. Like, we have the power to do this. And then someone says, how do we get him a winter hat? Does he want us to vote? That one was funny. He doesn't wear hats, does he? Someone else commented, is there any chance that we can get one of these? I'm from Suffolk County, but I love Mayor Mamdani, not to mention it's just plain cool. Okay. I think it's starting to become a new trend, or it could become a new trend. It's just, it's kind of missing the point here. Someone else was asking what is the font, and it says the New York City is serif. So I can get this done, someone else asks. That's the thing, like, I feel like embroidery is a lost art, and to find a shop that literally specializes in it, I feel like it's such a rare gem. It's like legendary lore. Oh my god, look at this comment. Dave's is legendary. They sell clothes at a discount and are always super helpful.
Hello, custom Carhartt, to commemorate this monumental moment in history indeed.
I kind of like skipped accidentally to the next TikTok, but I guess we might as well watch it.
The new mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani, has recently been seen wearing a custom jacket. The garment is a classic Carhartt jacket with custom embroidery such as mayor on his left sleeve, the city of New York also embroidered on his right chest, and the stitching on the inside of the collar says no problem too big, no task too small. I love the simple yet symbolic piece of clothing that Zohran has chosen to wear. Clothing is political in so many different ways, and I think this piece is a great example of how this is more than just a jacket. First being that the custom embroidery was done by a New Yorker. Based out in Manhattan, Arena Embroidery showcased some of their design process. I think it's really important for the mayor of New York to show his love for his people, and there's no better way to represent than to wear an impacted piece by a New Yorker. The jacket, also being a Carhartt workwear silhouette, is also inherently political as well. Carhartt's clothing is greatly associated with the blue-collar man, someone who is hardworking and involved in laborious tasks. So I think it's very symbolic for the mayor to wear a piece of clothing that's heavily associated with the people that he is serving. It places him in a position to be perceived as a peer. He is also here to work, but also to serve us because he is one of us. But it's interesting how this aesthetic and silhouette has been adopted by streetwear throughout the years, where the once worn down Carhartt jacket is now deemed as valuable and aesthetic. This has also led to Carhartt developing its own higher luxury label called Work in Progress. They've done collaborations with avant-garde brands like Sakai, where it's ironic because the original essence of workwear is now stripped down to its aesthetics. It's priced at a point of aestheticism rather than function. But given his track record so far, it doesn't seem like Mayor Mamdani is here for the aesthetic. Rather, he has indeed been working to better the lives of every New Yorker. Hello, custom Carhartt, to commemorate this monumental moment.
Alright, so I think we get the point. She talks fast. Dang. What is it with TikTok and fast talkers? I swear I'll stay in the video. I swear I'll stay in the video. But I do want to note, seriously, I do resonate the fact that fashion is political. It has always been political. I think these moments just kind of highlight it even more. Fashion can send a signal, and it always has sent a signal. It sends a signal every single day. It speaks about who you want to be, who you are, and what you aspire to be and look like, and all that stuff, you know. Um, but this is just a good reminder that people are actually really freaking paying attention and getting messages and perceived symbolism in this, whether Zohran wants to admit that he did this on purpose or it was a strategy, or like wants to send a message somehow. Like, it's still sending a message even if he doesn't want it to send a message. And I do think that it's important that we don't think that this is something normal. Like, a lot of politicians are not supporting like local businesses. They're not supporting embroidery. They're not supporting casual wear. They're not being like so relaxed in their clothing. Like, a lot of times politicians are just wearing suits, and that can make them feel very untouchable, like very like, I'm up here doing this professional job and you guys are down there in your workwear. But I feel like this jacket for a lot of people has symbolized that he's willing to work with his people and work for his people. And especially when he shoveled snow in a neighborhood with this jacket on, it kind of like spoke volumes. Um, Someone else in the comments was like, I love the spacing at the back of the collar. Or no, he hates it. Wait, what? I love this piece, but as a graphic designer, the spacing of the words is driving me nuts. Oh. Interesting. I read that all wrong, but Steph is bothered. Okay. Can't please everyone, huh? It can't please everyone. I feel like there's a lot of fans on this. I did write an article on it on my blog, and I'm gonna pull it up just because there's some main points that I want to touch on before I move on. That kind of encapsulates my final thoughts on this jacket. Okay, so it's this one. It's my latest blog. Oh, I did want to mention that Carhartt didn't make this jacket for Zohran. The Carhartt one, they didn't make that jacket for him. Like, he went out, he bought it, he embroidered it, and then he wore it. Like, Carhartt was just a victim of his success, basically. Or benefactor of his decision. Yeah, benefactor. Carhartt is a benefactor. Okay, so let me start here. So I said the choice of the Carhartt jacket itself is a very powerful statement. When for generations the brand has been synonymous with hard work, with durability, and also with the made in USA ethos, because Carhartt, most of their items is made in the USA. They have outsource some of their production, but most of it is still in the USA, and I've covered them in the past. I support Carhartt, but I just was kind of bothered that they outsourced some of the aspects of their supply chain. But also, him wearing this jacket speaks to a shift towards practical clothing that the working class wear. So in recent years, it's also been adopted and become an aesthetic for fashion conscious young people. Again, I've mentioned this right beforehand when we were watching the TikToks, especially when other politicians have worn flashy suits and elaborate outfits. Here's his jacket again. But the hidden message, okay? The hidden message is that the most striking details are actually really hidden from public. Like the saying in the collar, it was hidden from the public. No problem too big, no task too small. So this line, again, is from his inauguration speech, which I think is really providing meaning internally to him and hence to the jacket, since it's literally on it. He has worn these items in press conferences, when he's outside, when he's talking to people. So we can only hope that this is like a new and refreshing ethos in politics, where we like end up treating these jobs, these mayoral jobs, as like public office jobs, as service jobs, you know, like they serve the people, they work for the people, it's a service job, but they've never acted like they work for anyone except for themselves and for their pockets and for billionaires. And so what this context, the jacket leads to allude that he has a noble character, that he cares for the daily realities of his constituents. I was able to see some comments online and some articles, and one observer said that it's been a long time since I've heard of any mayor treating the job as the service job as it is, in a landscape often dominated by boomers in stiff suits projecting formality and distance. Mamdani's practical, cool, and engaged style signals a desired perceptual and tangible shift for social change, no matter how small it starts out. There's a typo here. I was supposed to put how and I put ho. Oh my goodness. Someone else said, we've been settling for boomers for too long. We forgot mayors are supposed to be cool. Yeah, I also forgot that mayors can be cool. But honestly, when I was in a union in Montana, we got one of the co-founders of the union to become mayor. Right now he's deputy mayor, and he's like my age. He was pretty cool. He was very charismatic, very likable. I was just too broke to like want to like, I don't know, be friends with anyone, but he would have been such a cool friend. I have his phone number. I have the phone number of a mayor, a cool mayor in Montana. It's not a competition, but there you go. But yeah, I wanted to touch on this. I think you get the message from now. I feel like I've been repeating a lot of the main points, but honestly, I don't own any Carhartt, and I don't have a desire to own more Carhartt because of this. But I do think the symbolism will stay in my head. And I also work in a vintage shop, and I see enough Carhartt unmen to like be disgusted with a brand, because why the fuck are you wearing Carhartt if you don't actually need it? Now that's a whole different contentious topic, but if you don't need a heavy duty jacket and you're wearing it because everyone else is wearing it, that kind of irritates me, because I like practical things and I like people being original. But again, that's a whole different side tangent. But I respect how people respect the brand, and hopefully it leads to more people caring about the Made in USA ethos and like bringing back the fashion industry to the USA. There's a bunch of cool videos on Carhartt and their production and like their sewers and stuff on YouTube, so you can just Google that and you'll find out a lot of stuff on there. But this just proves again, once more, if it wasn't obvious, that fashion is political. It's always been entrenched with our life, and we can't separate it and think it's superficial or not important. It's always been important. And it's so interesting to say this so confidently now, because I used to be so embarrassed of being a fashion student when I was in college, because I thought everyone was going to perceive me as superficial or like fake. And when they would ask me what I'm studying, I'd be like, oh, I'm just studying business. But I was double majoring. I was double majoring in business management and fashion merchandising. And I was thinking about getting a double major in fashion design, and I could have. It's just because I was so embarrassed I didn't pursue like the triple majors. It's just I needed one more class to get the 3 degrees. The 3 degrees. It's just I didn't like admitting to myself that I liked fashion, especially fashion design. Fashion design just seems so much more frivolous compared to fashion merchandise, because I justified it. I was like, well, at least fashion merchandising is the business side of fashion. That's how I would describe it. In my head and to everyone, when fashion merchandise is literally just a physical manifestation of fashion design. But yeah, I was always so embarrassed to be affiliated with fashion, and like everyone in my classrooms were they acted frivolous, but they were actually really smart girls. It's just you would have to like kind of uncover the onions of the layer. You'd have to uncover the layers of the onion to like learn about their depth, and you would see their passion, their love for it. And like fashion design is not easy. Like it takes so fucking long to make one clothing item. Try to make pajama pants. You will struggle if you don't know how to fucking sew. Like get on a sewing machine, number one. Try not to like pierce your fingers with the sewing machine too. And then last bit is like to actually understand sewing patterns And if you know anything about sewing patterns, that shit is math. That's abstract math in a physical format that you're trying to piece together. So it's a puzzle with real repercussions. If you don't fit the pieces together, if you don't do the math right, that shit don't come out right. And you look funny wearing that thing. So it's actually a really difficult art form that has been commodified and like dogged on, and the narrative is like, oh, if you even happen to have an inkling of a liking towards this, you're shallow, you're egotistical, and you're not seen as smart or valid. And that's what I've always seen from a lot of like movie characters, like how they portray movie characters that love fashion. They're just seen as like these ditzy little like girls that just care about being pretty, but that's far from the truth. Like if you look at fashion designers, they're so talented. It's crazy. Designers are so talented. So I kind of regret like feeling so embarrassed when I was younger about fashion, but it's been a learning journey. It's just I kind of wish I had 3 degrees. I wish I had 3 degrees. Oh my god, knowing how expensive shit is and how hard it is to get jobs, I need my freaking 3 degrees. I have 2 degrees though. I guess that's good, right? I double majored, got 2 degrees in 4 years. But if I had taken one more class, I would have had 3 degrees. And actually, I could have gotten 4 degrees because I was so close on getting a marketing degree. So it could have been like, no, yeah, like 2 more classes, I would have gotten 4 degrees. Wait, that's actually crazy. I could have 4 degrees right now. Could have a business management degree, a marketing degree, a fashion merchandising degree, and a fashion design degree. Just had basically 2 more classes. Damn, I just realized that right now. 1 more class for fashion design and 1 more class for marketing. Because I was doing everything fucking possible. I was taking more classes than I needed to. Oh my god. I was a 16 credit a semester person. Like I was taking the max credits. It was 6 classes a semester for 4 years. And then my senior year and my last semester got straight A's. I unlocked like the flow state. The flow state. I need to get back to the flow state. But damn. Imagine I could have any job I wanted if I had 4 degrees. But I just want to be a reseller, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nope. I just have $40,000 in loans, but I could have had 2 other degrees. But I would have had to stay like another semester, like a summer semester. And I didn't have the money for that. And I just wanted to graduate. But it's okay. It's fine. But we're going to move on. We're going to talk about Sydney Sweeney's lingerie company. Sydney has been very controversial last year, and it continues to be very controversial. And this lingerie brand is actually hella backed by Elon Musk. They gave her like a funding. They gave her funding to do it, basically. And Trump's friends have also funded it as well. So we're going to take a look at this article, because she also did a weird bra stunt where she hung bras off of the Hollywood sign to get promotional awareness of this. Sydney's just awful. I'm sorry. Like on a professional basis, like I don't know what the fuck she's going for. Like, is she trying to be a joke, or like is she serious about all this stuff? Like I don't know, like, her personally. I don't know if she's playing a character when she's doing all these things, but it just kind of like irks me that she just keeps making the weirdest branding moves, and like she just comes off as a bitch. And maybe she's not a bitch, it's just everything says that she is. But we'll get into that a bit more. But okay, so her brand is Siren. That's the name of it. This doesn't come as a surprise. There's been news that this was going to happen. There was news that she was backed by Elon Musk months ago. But here is the stunt that she made. I don't know if she's playing a character or not. Like, is this her brain? Like, is this her thoughts? Does she literally sit in her house and be like, I'm gonna put some bras on the Hollywood sign and vandalize it to like get people to buy my Elon Musk backed lingerie brand even though I have millions of dollars? Like, what is her thought process? Is this her? Is this her brain?
Good job.
Like, I don't, if this is her, she must be on some serious drugs. Or something's wrong with her.
I feel like
What's wrong with her? It's not even like well documented. What are we doing? What is she doing? Oh my god, that was so fucking stupid. Okay. I wonder if anyone has made any TikToks on this. I'm gonna give my own thoughts, I swear. It's just I always like to bring a different person or like perspective or something to watch. Okay. Oh, and then she also went on to say that she's not political, but a lot of her roles have been political. We'll also get into that too. I think there's something wrong with her, I think. I don't know.
Move over, Victoria's Secret angel Sydney Sweeney making a move to clip their wings.
Sydney Sweeney versus Victoria's Secret. The blonde bombshell is launching her own line of lingerie called Siren.
we are in London. It's our first romantic shoot ever.
The actress says the brand was inspired by her personal struggle to find a good bra. I was in the 6th grade with...
Now, the interesting thing is, a lot of people have called her out for the bras that she's offering to be ill-fitting, and like she wears the bras technically wrong because they're like too tight on her. So like this explanation of like because she couldn't find a good fitting bra, she made this lingerie line, but she continues to perpetuate a problem she had, which is improper bra sizing on her body. So like you saw a problem and you're recreating the problem, but the problem is the solution. I don't understand, but okay, let's continue.
Double D's. When I bought my first cute bra that actually fit, I wore it to pieces. Her line is financially backed by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, and he promoted the brand by climbing the world-famous Hollywood sign in the dead of night. They unpack thousands of bras and drape them over the iconic sign. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce tells Inside Edition, we did not grant permission of any kind to the production involving Sydney Sweeney.
Is it a good look if the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce tries to press charges against the biggest star in Hollywood?
I don't think she's the biggest star in Hollywood. Okay, let's see. What are other takes? Oh, Inside Edition. Okay.
Move over, Victoria's Secret angel Sydney Sweeney making...
Why does she look like she's AI? I thought that news reporter was AI for a second. Oh my god.
a move to clip their wings.
Sydney Sweeney versus Victoria's Secret.
We are at my first ever Siren shoot.
The blonde bombshell is launching her own line of lingerie called Siren.
We are in London. It's our first romantic shoot ever.
The actress says the brand was inspired by her personal struggle to find a good bra. I was in the 6th grade with double D's. When I bought my first cute bra that actually fit, I wore it to pieces. Her line is financially backed by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, said to be the second wealthiest man in the world. The seductive undergarments come in 44 sizes, and she seems to be going head-to-head with
Wait, it seems like it's the same thing from the other video. They just kind of copied it. They copied the voiceover? That's so weird. Okay, so one streamer that I watched, Caroline Kwan, had a take on this. So let me pull this up, because she made some interesting points that I want to highlight. Okay, where is it? Maybe it was just on her Instagram. Or is it this one? Let me see.
Jelly Roll was asked.
Nope, it's not that one. I think it's this one.
Sydney Sweeney has just released a lingerie line. It's called Siren, and it's spelled S-Y-R-M. And none of the photos that she has posted to advertise to promote the line are her wearing bras that fit. It's kind of funny to be launching a lingerie line and all of the bras you are wearing are ill-fitting. Sydney Sweeney has never worn a bra that fits her. This is not a knock on having big boobs. This is a knock on not wearing a bra that looks comfortable and fitting, and now you're selling a lingerie line and the whole thing is like for all women to feel empowered. It's like, you know what a woman needs? A bra that fucking fits. And she just did a stupid little stunt where she hung bras from the Hollywood sign, and now I don't know, she might face like a fine for it. This lingerie line.
Do you think she's really gonna get fined? I don't think so. I feel like this is what happens when privilege and like money combined together. You feel invincible. I feel like because Sydney has gotten the touch of the Bezos money, she's starting to feel like there's no repercussions for her actions. It's just what makes people think that, oh, if you're backed by powerful people you can just do whatever and the rules don't apply to you. Like, you still live in a society. Like, you have to respect what's not yours. She has no need to be fucking vandalizing a sign that represents so much dreams and hopes for not only the city but like in the world. The Hollywood sign in the world is like a myth. It's a legend. It's a thing that we dream of achieving, to be Hollywood, to be in Hollywood, to be famous, to achieve the American dream. She's fucking it up for everyone if she ruins that Hollywood sign for a fucking lingerie line backed by Bezos. Like, bro, what the hell is wrong with her? Like, this isn't just about her. It's about every single person that she's connected to in this world, and it's always going to be everyone. We're all connected to everyone. I truly believe that. Like, it's a domino effect. Like, whether we want to accept it, like, individualism is non-extinct. We live in a collective. We exist in a collective. We rely on the collective. We function together whether we want to or not. We're always part of something. We're always part of a team. We're never alone. We're not alone. Yes, we're people, individuals, but we're always together. And I feel like this individualism and American greed and like, oh, this is just all about me. Everyone revolves around me. It's so stupid. It's just so dumb. Like, I truly wonder why people don't think about the repercussions that they do, but I think that's because they don't think the rules apply. The society here benefits from their greed. At least maybe that's what they're saying to themselves. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing to justify their actions. I don't know what's in her head. I don't know what is in Sydney's head, but I think she needs to wake up. Whatever fever dream that she's in, she needs to wake up from.
You should know, got $1 billion cash infusion. From whom? Jeff Bezos and Michael Dell. Michael Dell, who was just referenced in Trump's little spiel. I just thought it was really interesting that she's here talking about that she's not a political person, that she's an artist, and this is all being said in promotion of a fucking lingerie line. Sydney Sweeney has just released a lingerie.
Okay, so what's interesting here is people have a lot of different things to say. A lot of people feel like Sydney has been shoved down their throat. Like, Cheesy here in the comments says, everything I say about Sydney is against my will, and every time it pisses me off even more. She's been everywhere. I think she has more than enough money to not be doing this. She doesn't need to be selling lingerie. Like, we don't need more random shit in the landfills. Do you really think we're gonna keep these items for the rest of our life and be like, oh, this is something I'm gonna pass on to my kids? Yes, my ill-fitting bra from fucking Sydney Sweeney from 2026. I'm gonna keep that shit forever. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna pass that down. No, you're gonna throw that shit away. You're gonna love a bra enough to keep it for years? Probably not if it's from Sydney Sweeney. She doesn't need to make more stuff. She's in ice cream commercials. She's in like fashion retail brands. She's in fucking jean commercials. Like, she doesn't need to do this whatsoever. It's not needed. Someone else said, is she Cyrus? Because the brand is Cyrus. Sounds like a serious play of words. Cyrus, serious. Okay. I love Caroline Kwan, to be honest. If you don't follow her, she's an
Jelly
amazing...
Roll was asked.
Sorry. She's an amazing Twitch streamer. She covers political news in the evenings. She typically goes live around like 8 p.m. ish Central Time for me. But she's in Eastern Time. She's in LA. She also loves film. She loves cooking. Very, very overall a great person to listen to, learn from. Her boyfriend is actually Will Nuff. He's also a streamer, and he's like best friends with a Hassan Piker, who is like my ultimate my ultimate favorite political commentator. So it's a very like tight knit like Twitch streaming hub that's going on right now on Twitch, but yeah, I still support Caroline Kwan even though she's kind of like part of a Twitch clique. But very, very smart. I think she has family in Chicago too, if I remember correctly. But just a side note, I honestly wish Twitch wasn't so cliquey. Like, every time I discover a Twitch streamer, it's because they know someone that knew someone that knew someone. But that's kind of how Twitch works. But if Caroline wasn't connected to anyone else in the Twitch world, I would still listen to her. That's how amazing she is. But sadly enough, like, who you end up supporting on Twitch is Sally because it's connected to someone else. It's a weird culture. I just wanted to note that. But Caroline is a queen in of itself. In of herself? Yeah, that's the right term. In of herself. Do people say that? In of herself? In her? No. Okay. My first language was Spanish. It was Spanish, okay? Alright, so we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about this. So Mexico has broken a Guinness World Record for having the world's largest exhibition of embroidery. Oh my god, my camera. Oh my god, my camera. Why do I look so tired? Sorry. Oh my god, I bought a $200 camera and it doesn't work. Alright. I'm not gonna go on another tangent about my broken camera again. I'm sorry. Alright, so Mexico News Daily has explained that Mexico has won a Guinness World Record for hosting the world's largest exhibition of embroidery and textiles, with artisans from across the nation working to make it happen. So the project brought together embroiderers, artisans, and cultural groups from all 31 Mexican states, plus Mexico City, to promote regional identity and preserve techniques and traditions passed down from generations to generations. So we can watch this.
Me complace darle la bienvenida a la familia de Guinness World Record, a la Secretaría de Turismo del Gobierno de México y a todos los artesanos que hicieron posible este reto.
Amigas y amigos, queremos darles la noticia que México acaba de cumplir el récord Guinness con la exposición más grande de bordados y tejidos del mundo.
Participan los 32 entidades federativas, más de 200 artesanos colectivos y cerró con más de 3,106 lienzos.
Así que estén pendientes, Cultura y Turismo, para decirles dónde van a poder ver este tapiz de colores, porque México está de moda.
¡Que viva México!
Perfect. That was so wholesome. If you don't speak Spanish, what the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing, bro? I'm kidding. But basically what they were saying is that this will be like the place to go to if you want to visit embroidery, and it's basically like empowering Mexico, making them be more present within historical, events and moments in the world so that people can come. From what I got, it was definitely like tourist heavy. Like, they want people to like come to visit this place from different countries, hopefully that helps their local economy. But either way, is like, just in itself, like, having an exhibition of embroidery and textiles is like a crazy feat in itself. Like, I wonder how much logistics it took to like get all these artisans, all these artists together, like how they came up with the symbols and like just the project in itself. Like I would love to understand like how this happened. And there was in some 3,106 pieces, and they're made on these small canvases, and it was from different locations across Mexico. So that, I think that's honestly like amazing. I wonder how long it's going to run for. Okay, so the Guinness World Records person, Alfredo Arista, explained that validating this official temp required meeting specific requirements, including that there was a minimum of 2,000 pieces and verification that each one was a legitimate work of textile art. He added that experts reviewed each piece individually to ensure full compliance with established criteria. So I guess there was no AI embroidery. I wonder what were they looking for it being handmade, or like what was the criteria? I wonder what that was like. But after the process, they explained that I can give the official figure, 3,106 pieces exhibited in the world's largest embroidery exhibition. I want to go. I'm so jealous of people that are going and I'm not going. What else? So all the pieces were made of 4 colors of thread, and they use ancestral techniques such as pepanado. Dude, I went to an artisanal workshop in Chicago at this Mexican museum, and I was shitting my pants because I was so confused. I'm a beginner, okay? Like, even though I have a fashion degree and I almost got a fashion design degree, embroidery is like a whole different wheelhouse. It's like when you know how to drive a car, but then you're given like an automatic car when you're used to a manual car. That shit is different. It feels different. You have to like get the vibes, and it takes practice. And embroidery is so unique, and like there's so much technique. And then with the artisanal skills, that's like hard mode. That's hard mode. So to reach out and grab all these artisans and like make them part of the project was that's genius. Flow state. Wow. And they're hoping that this exhibition is a high-impact tourist attraction capable of generating global media coverage, organic content, social networks, and a clear reason to travel. Yeah, I want to go. Who was the organizer? Oh my god, it's only up until February 1st. It's done. It's done for. It's over. It was on the ground floor of the Casa Miguel Alemán at Los Pinos Cultural Complex, which also serves as the presidential served as a presidential residency until 2018. Why do they have to live my best life and I'm not there? Bro, where did all the embroidery pieces go? Okay, so this is what I live for. Did anyone make a video on this? Someone needed to document this. Damn. Oh wait, I know someone that's in the Ciudad de Mexico. I could have sent her this article, but you know, I just found it last week, so it was already done for. It was already almost done. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Ah, she could have taken a photo or something. Wait, there's a video right here. Ho ho ho, now we can watch it, guys. We're saved. Yes, YouTube, do your thing. Fun! I'm so happy. I'm so jealous. Why does he have to live my best life? Take me. Can they just reopen it just for me? Oh, I'm so jealous. Look at, they're having such a fun, wholesome time. If someone ever wants to marry me, they're gonna have to do this for me. They're gonna have to take me to an embroidery museum. That's a keeper right there. She's me when I'm older. Wait, this is beautiful. Guys. What the heck, these? Yes, queen. That's my mom right there. That's how my mom does it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Estado de Mexico. Wait, I want to do this. Can I embroider 3,000 items? No, that would take forever. Did they keep it? They should have kept all of this, right? It actually feels like we're in the museum. If I just shut up, you'll feel like you're in the museum too. Here. Taking the vibes. I turned up the volume. I'll shut up for a second. Yeah, we turned up. Can you? Okay, it's museum time.
Este récord es por la exhibición de bordados y tejidos más grande del mundo. Se presentó este 12 de enero en el Centro Cultural Los Pinos. Estuvieron involucrados 200...
That's my idol. I don't know her, but she's my idol. I want to be her. I want to be like her. What did it say? I want to be her. I want to be like her. I want to know her. Wait, look at her jacket. It's an embroider. Wait, you can embroider jackets like that? Wait, I need a jacket like that.
Artesanas y artesanos de toda la República Mexicana. Y bueno, consistía en la mayor cantidad de bordados exhibidos. Fueron más de 3,800 bordados los que mandaron de diferentes partes de la República y los que contaron oficialmente fueron 3,109.
She's so cool. She says she helped. Wait, you know, I low-key zoned out. I was gonna come up with stuff, but I actually zoned out. I was gonna translate. Fun fact, I pretend that I'm in deep focus when I'm actually zoned out. Wait, can we watch that one more time? I was thinking about the jacket. I was contemplating the existence of that jacket and my brain just went somewhere. Let's watch that again. I'm so sorry. I'm just a girl.
Presentó este 12 de enero en el Centro Cultural Los Pinos. Estuvieron involucrados 200 artesanas y artesanos de toda la República Mexicana. Y bueno, consistía en la mayor cantidad de bordados exhibidos. Fueron más de 3,800 bordados los que mandaron de diferentes partes de la República.
She's explaining that it's more than 3,000 embroidered pieces. They're from different parts of Mexico. How it's January like 12th when they're doing this interview. It's like the stuff that we already covered.
Y los que contaron oficialmente fueron 3,109.
Wow, look at those details. Dang.
Justo hace 9 meses, la secretaria de Turismo tuvo esta idea de unir a los 32 estados para...
Oh, it was the Secretary of Tourism that had this idea, and they united all like the different locations of Mexico. Interesting. The Secretary of Tourism. Who's the baddie behind this idea, huh? Who's the baddie? I need to get to know them.
Que reconocieran a todas las artesanas y artesanos de México.
And they wanted to recognize all the artisans in Mexico. Wow. Wait, was this something that the president pushed? Because supposedly she likes artisanal stuff. I need that jacket though. Guys, I'm trying to like be professional and stuff, but like I need this jacket so bad. I know I shouldn't be thinking about this right now, but like bro, this jacket is like to die for. I could literally die in this jacket and be happy. I could get buried in this jacket and I would die a happy woman. Wow.
Hace 6 meses empezó la convocatoria. Cada estado decidió abrir sus convocatorias individualmente y básicamente...
Also, they're saying some Spanish words I don't know. They opened something. Contocotovia. I don't know what that is. I'm like basic Spanish smart, not like academic Spanish smart. I don't know what the heck she just said. So if you're looking for a good translation, I'm not.
Hace un mes empezaron a recibir todas estas obras de arte y bueno, lo que se busca es enaltecer a México, a su gente, su cultura.
And then when they grabbed all the things, they put it in the museum. That's what she's saying. Okay. She's speaking very slowly and I'm losing attention real fast. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, so we're going to speed it up. Come on, girlie.
Y sobre todo invitar a todos los turistas internacionales a visitar México.
And they invited tourists. Yes, sir. That's what she said.
Pues este tipo de cosas, además de que es una actividad turística, también a nivel internacional, el hecho de que sea certificado por Guinness World Records, que es la...
So she's saying not only is it an international tourist affair, but it's also a Guinness World Record breaking event. Is a great combo.
La autoridad mundial en superlativos, bueno, hace que sea nota positiva en todo el mundo.
It's very positive there's that combo. See, I do translations. Fun fact, when I lived in Montana, I worked for I've worked in so many fucking places, but fun fact about me, I'll get back to the video, but they almost contacted me, you know what, I'll shut up. I almost got contracted to be a Spanish translator. Damn, that was my story.
Me parece muy increíble ya que representa nuestro país, nuestra cultura, nuestras costumbres. Es algo que nace, nuestras raíces y más que nada es cada lugar, cada animal, zona, lugar, o sea que nos representa como país y mundialmente.
She's happy to be there. I would have been a terrible Spanish translator. Fuck, I'm so jealous. I want to go. Exposición de bordados. Oh, they showed all the different techniques. Casa Miguel. Wow, that's my dad's name. Wait, because my dad is Miguel, and that's Casa Miguel. Is that my house? That's my house. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, so that was the article. Beautiful. I'm mourning the loss of never being able to go to that, but it's fine. One day we'll get them. Oh, okay. So we're going to move on to important news. But basically, have you ever heard of AI Haute Couture? Where Alexis Mabel has invented haute couture into the age of AI. You know, before I get into this, I must say, if you have an idea, you don't have to do it. You don't have to use AI. Okay? You don't need to use AI, but Alexis felt the desire to do this. I'll look them up. Is it a female or a male? What's wrong with them mentally? I'm not sure. But what they did decide to do was make a AI spring/summer 2026 couture entry. Okay? So this is what they presented. AI models. What the hell is going on with this guy? Who is this person? You know what? Let's not generalize. Let's do research. Who are you? Why would you do this? What's wrong with you? Come on. You want to do something? We'll call you out on it. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? 48-year-old looking... He comes from a middle-class family from France. His mother had an interest in fashion, taught him when he was young how to use needle and thread. Bro, you should know better. Oh my god. He designed clothing when he was a teen, and then he designed clothing for the French opera, had clients. Then when he went to the freaking 3-year fashion course, he graduated early because he was that smart in couture design. You're using AI designs? When you're a couture design person, oh my god, you were trained to be the best, brother. What are you doing? And then he moved to work at Dior. Bruh. And then he launched his own label in 2025 or 2005. And then in 2008, he was in the Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week for the first time. Bro, you're an industry vet, bro. You went to school for this, and you're using AI to make AI haute couture? What a shame. No, brother, no. Okay, so let's get into it. Fashion Network explains that at first, everything seemed normal for the guests. Arranged in 2 rows facing an illuminated wall along a catwalk, which was protected by a cover. Is my audio on? Yeah. Oh shit, let me start over, sorry. Oh my god, I have ADHD. At first, everything seemed normal for the guests. Arranged in 2 rows facing an illuminated wall along a catwalk, which was protected by a cover removed a few seconds before the presentation. More unusually, the photographers stationed at the end of the catwalk were asked to step outside. Then the illuminated wall went dark before a virtual audience appeared, staring down the very real one in a disconcerting mirror effect. Huh? I think we're gonna have to watch the video. I don't know what the heck they just said. And as the Parisian audience looked to the left to await the arrival of the first model, it was from that very screen that the first model actually appeared. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm getting pissed off, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off. What is going on? So the audience then watched a show that seemed to be taking place in another room. Well, no shit. Draped and red and gilded panels. Can we just watch the show? Yeah, let's just watch it. Alexis, you're about to... Be nice, 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 be nice. Hashtag be nice, be nice. Hashtag be nice, be nice, be nice. Oh my goodness. Let's watch the show. Let's watch it. And then we'll watch the TikToks on it, and then we'll read the article, and then we'll get pissed off. Yes. Wait, these look like real people. Huh? I'm confused. Wait, okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. There's gonna be no audio, because I don't want to be copyright striked. Huh? Are these the AI models? Wait. I'm confused. What's going on? This looks real, but fake. What? I'm so confused. AI's gonna fuck with our heads so bad. I'm scared for our future children, not gonna lie to you. Is this... What are we looking at? Are these AI audiences too? This is all AI, isn't it? All of this is AI. No, all of this is AI. They're standing too still. They're not even looking at the models. All of this is AI. They're not even like taking the photos. It's not flashing. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Why does the clothing look so real? Huh? They're not moving. The audience isn't moving. This feels so dystopian. The camera is flashing in such weird angles. Do you see that? Why is the camera flashing like that? Oh my goodness. Wait. I want you to look in the audience and look at the people. Look, his glasses are off. He has this huge side inflated, and then this is like sunken in. A girl just didn't have half of her face. I need you guys to pay attention to the audience right now. If you're watching this, pay attention to the audience. Oh my god. Her face was gone. Okay, it's gonna pan over. And then... What is this face? I don't... And then look at what is this? Look at this face. They look so distorted. And then... Half her face is gone. Did you see that? Pay attention. Look at the faces. Half her face is gone. She doesn't have half her face. Did you see that? Tell me I'm not crazy. I know you guys are watching this. Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening? This is so disturbing. No, half her face is gone. What are they looking at? The audience is so disturbing. They're like Voldemorts. See, look, that's Voldemort right there, back over there. That was Voldemort. Oh my goodness. This is actually mind-boggling. Did you see those turns? Those head turns? That looked demonic. Look this way. They turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, that was demonic looking. Oh no. This man hasn't even blinked. Oh gosh. Where are we heading in the society? Where are we heading? And the most disturbing part of it all is these models look so weird. But real at the same time. Alexis, what have you done? Just because you had an idea does not mean you had to do it. Oh my god. Let's listen to him. I've had enough of the show.
Alexis Mabille. Only it's all... This is not couture. All of this is the latest couture collection by Alexis Mabille. Only it's all AI. The clothes, the set, the runway, the models, and even the audience is all AI. Weirdly, the designer explains that this is all about the human element of AI, and that it required the hands of technicians and hours of high...
What? Yo, this is for the people. No. Fucking gaslighting us for his stupid AI, Haute Couture. What the hell is he up to? Alexis needs to be banned from the fashion industry ASAP. And then it supposedly honors hours of highly skilled labor. You mean the AI labor that coded your fucking shit together? Right.
highly skilled labor. But he then simultaneously describes it as like having someone on the team who's an absolute beginner. You know what actually requires hours of highly skilled labor? Haute Couture, which literally refers to the highest form of sewing. All of this is the antithesis to Haute Couture.
Oh, you say Haute Couture? I say Haute Couture. I'm American, uneducated, public school system. I say Haute Couture. I like how he says it, Haute Couture. I like that. I like that.
The people in the atelier who are supposed to make these images into physical products also found it strange, not least being disrespected by it all. And I'm sick of people framing using AI in this way as this new tool for unexplored creativity. The designer said it wasn't even that cost effective, and obviously didn't even mention the environmental impact of the several months of using generative AI. It's total rubbish. If anything, couture is the perfect opponent to AI. It's physical, emotional, and centers people and craftsmanship, and has been around since way before fashion as we now know it even existed. So let this be the lesson that now someone's done it, please no one ever do this again. This is not...
Oh my god, yeah, it's so valid of him to bring those points up, because what I just watched was just a horror show, and the environmental damage Alexis caused because of the AI show. I can only imagine. Months of trying to do this? Bro, that man could have made a real dress in a month. In months. Okay, what are the comments? There is no human element of AI. It's killing us. We are literally in our freshwater bankruptcy era thanks to all this new AI data centers. Yeah, very true. I agree with this. And it's so sad to knowing that the far right in my city want to create what they call a tech center, which is basically an AI center, and they're creating this propaganda saying that it's going to create tens of thousands of jobs for the city and for neighboring cities, when it's actually really not going to be beneficial in the long run. If we have no natural resources, we're dying from environmental racism, what's the point of having all these jobs? And like, I think they should probably list every single job they're gonna need. It's most likely not gonna be 10,000 jobs. It's probably gonna be like maybe 100 or 1,000. Like, come on, be realistic here. Someone else says, Christine says, if you ever try to have AI generate a very specific image or video, it is incredibly difficult and time consuming. If you prompt it to make a kitten riding a chicken, sure, it'll do it, no problem. But if you're trying to get a very specific image, it's not easy. However, I would view this as more of as 3D design sketch and absolutely not a final product. A final product would be a real show with real clothing. Oh, that's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Yeah, like what defines haute couture? Like you would assume as like physical clothing, but I guess with more technology and like AI emerging, we're gonna have to redefine what is real and like what we say is a tangible thing to believe in or to use or to, I don't know. I don't even know. How do we grapple with reality anymore, given AI? You know, the internet just used to be the internet, and then the physical real life used to be the physical real life. Now we're kind of like mixing that together. Oh god, everything is getting so confusing. And I feel like this is particularly interesting for me to like think about too, because I'm actually thinking about design sketches, especially 3D design, because I'm going to be using Clo 3D, I believe it's what it's called, for this upcoming Friday or Thursday stream. It's this software where you can design stuff on a digital software. I think I explained that right. Designing digital products on a digital software. So I'm going to be researching that, learning about that, and I think AI within the conversation of 3D design is going to become more relevant and top of mind, especially as fashion brands always want to be so much more efficient and they want to reduce costs and they want things fast. So I'm going to have to grapple with this a lot as well. And you should think about it too, honestly. Everyone should be thinking about this. Someone else says, something is deliberately wrong with our species. She's like, you know what? Humans, they're all fucked. This anti-humanity inherent in this project is chilling. Yeah, I guess it's not human to use AI. That's a very, very good point. AI is the future, someone else says. What a troll. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. I love Twin Brett's content. I didn't realize I was not subscribed. He's mainly on Instagram and TikTok, but he's been uploading for a while, huh? He gets views. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've seen his TikToks before. He's a twin. There's 2 of them, if you believe me. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on. We're going to move on. Sorry, I'm looking at something. All right. I'm not gonna actually show the trailer for this, but I'm actually. If someone can count how many times I say actually in my streams, you will get a prize. But exciting news, but America's Next Top Model is actually going to be is going to go to Netflix. It's coming on Netflix, and it's going to air February 16th, and I'm so excited. I'm going to watch it. I was raised with America's Next Top Model, and I'm sure everyone that loves fashion has watched American Next Top Model, have watched the clips on YouTube, are a fan of Tyra Banks of some sort. I remember watching Tyra? Why does it sound weird saying Tyra? I've never said her name before, Tyra Banks, but I've seen her interviews. She was such an icon to me. This part was amazing. I'm not gonna show it. I wish I could show it, but I'm gonna get copyright striked. But if you want something to watch in like a week or so, America's Next Top Model, a documentary. It's gonna show all the behind the scenes that we were never able to see before. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't know. No bad critiques. No bad critiques on my part. Yes. There's so many shows I want to watch. I can actually watch this at work. Wait, that's a good point. I can watch this at work. I can just listen to it, kind of watch it. And most of the Next Top Model shows are like on YouTube for free. It's just they're kind of clipped weird. But a lot of full episodes are on there. So definitely check that out. I just wanted to shout it out. Just shout out. Okay, so one of the cool things about Chicago is there's so many talented people. And so Maria, she is what has been called the real MVP of the Chicago Bulls because she makes like the what are this the banners. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the banners. But yeah, she's the woman behind the banners for Chicago Bulls. Now that's America. Yeah, the America I dream for is the Mexican artist behind Chicago banners. That's my definition of the American dream. And she's literally been like what they call the visual memory of the franchise for 4 decades. 4 decades is so long. 1989 she started. I was talking to this one guy at work today. He was like, he was working at the place for 25 years, and he started going on an existential threat, saying like, I don't know where I would be if I wasn't working here. I'm like, well, at least you enjoy your job, right? But can you imagine having job stability since 1989? Now that's a dream come true. And she's made every championship banner, every division title, the jerseys, the everything. She's been at it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at her work. How did she even do this? Oh wow. She does it by hand? Oh no, that's crazy. That takes talent. What the hell? These are huge too. Wait, is she in Chicago? I would love to meet her. Wait a minute. I want an interview. Oh, I love this. They describe it as a story of one of immigration, skilled labor, and representation. As a Mexican woman working behind the scenes of one of the most famous sport franchises in the world, her presence reflects the often unseen diversity that sustains global sports culture. Every time fans look up at the rafters, they are looking at craftsmanship shaped by tradition, patience, and pride. Her work connects Mexico to Chicago in a way that is subtle yet permanent. I actually really love that. This is what I live for. Aw. Okay. Alright. I wonder if there's like any interviews with her or any videos. It's just kind of like glazes her, and I like that. It's just it's a lot of text, a lot of words to read. So let's see. Let's see what we got going on YouTube. I do have to check something. Let me see. Not my search history coming up. Miss Piggy on Vogue. Cute. Maria de Lourdes Modesto. Chicago Bills. Chicago Bills. No, nothing. Okay. Oh wait, there's an interview right here. Let's watch this.
Maria Estela Barra never imagined this moment. For decades, she's been sewing the flags and banners that honor Chicago sports teams. And finally, she's getting the recognition she deserves.
Son muchas emociones, ¿verdad? Que...
Las tengo a flor de piel. Dispénsame, dispénsame. Maria Estela Barra is still processing all the emotions after this viral moment. This took place during Derrick Rose's jersey retirement ceremony on Saturday. The Chicago Bulls showing this video on the Jumbotron. It showcases the hard work that went into creating D. Rose's retirement jersey banner.
Of course.
My abuela.
Barra's granddaughter captured her grandmother's reaction while they were at the United Center and at one point bringing her to tears. This caught the eye of the people sitting around her. At one point, the crowd began chanting MVP to her. Barra has been working at WGN Flag and Decorating Company on the city's south side for 39 years. She was born in Guadalajara, Mexico, and taught herself how to sew. Barra leads major projects at WGN, including for the Chicago Blackhawks. She's also sewn championship banners and the retirement jersey banners of other Bulls legends.
Está, creo que el de Scottie Pippen y el de Michael Jordan.
She says creating all of these banners have been important to her, but this last banner has drawn an unforgettable experience. Without even realizing it, one can say Barra has achieved the American dream. This moment and recognition has brought tremendous pride to her family, her boss, and team.
Her humbleness is the first one to say, no, this is everybody's accomplishment. And that's really just a testament to who she is.
As for what's next for Barra, she says she has no intentions of slowing down or retiring anytime soon. She says this work brings her a lot of joy.
Wait, so did she retire or did she not retire? No, that's amazing though. Oh, that was so sweet that they recognized her. That was so sweet. So wholesome. And it's true, like if you've been working somewhere since 1989, you've obviously achieved your American dream. Job stability right now is like a myth, to be totally honest with you. So for her to like find a job and specialize in it and like be able to improve on her craft and be employed for so long, it's a miracle in itself. So I'm so happy for her. I wonder what she's gonna do next. And these are high quality items. Okay, but we're gonna move on. I do want to talk about rage knitting. That's something that I've been seeing in the news recently as the world has been on fire, and it's usually done for anti-ICE messages as of late. So this is kind of an example. It says fuck ICE on there very clearly, but I think it's very healing for people to come together and like knit and like talk about politics via a medium. And so they highlighted in this article a lady called Gilla who runs a store called Needle and Skin, or a yarn store in Minneapolis, excuse me, and says that she has tried to maintain a rule that nobody talks about politics in the shop, but amidst what's been happening, immigration things, her and one of her employees decided to turn one of their weekly knit alongs into a protest stitch along. They didn't want to do the pussy hats, which has often been used to symbolize women's resistance against Donald Trump back in 2016. So they did some research, they came up with a proposal, and then they came up with a red knit hat inspired by the taupe blue, or I don't know what that is, woolen caps basically worn by Norwegians during the Second World War to signify resistance to the Nazi occupation. So that's what they started doing. They quickly got a pattern together and then started making the hat. So they've published it in the Melt the Ice. They published a Melt the Ice hat pattern on their presence on Rivalry, a social network for knitters and crocheters. I've never heard of this. Ravelry. I should download it. And then you can buy it for $5 if you download it. And all the proceeds will go to the St. Louis Park Emergency Program, which is a group that's designed in helping people affected by ice raids to pay their rent and their bills. That's very important. Amazing. And they originally thought only 10 people were going to go, and then they had 100 people show up. And then the word started spreading, and now 70,000 copies of the pattern have been sold since of the last week. So it's been like a month since the pattern has been published online. That's very cool. And they've raised... they're planning to raise a lot of money for immigrant aid groups in addition to their other organization. Okay, that's cool. I've never heard of rage knitting. Maybe that's a term that they came up with, but I mean, as long as you can come in community and like do something about it, that's really important. It's not directly like confronting the issue, but the funding that they're getting is super, super helpful for those experiencing, immigration issues. So if you can do something, do it. Everyone has a role. The Angry Knit in Washington, D.C. Interesting. What is this?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to try to organize a knit-in on the DC Mall. I think that the week after next, after I finish recording the Quilting of America audiobook, I'm going to put on my best scarf again and highlighter pencil skirt or maybe a sequin one. And I'm going to go to Capitol Hill and try to actively knitting walk into AOC's office and get a meeting with her. And I might try to visit Jasmine Crockett while I'm there.
For what? AOC for what? What? Coming with my crochet. Alright. Someone says, I wonder if knitting a big American flag would get more national attention. Oh, that would be a good idea, actually. Let me just knit my American crochet flag. Oh my goodness. What else is going on over here? Okay, let's watch this one.
More than 100 drummers set up their kits across downtown Minneapolis and played a protest beat for hours this evening. They're drumming up support to end the ice surge.
Drums are an instrument that definitely gets some attention, right? There's some volume there. So it's a little bit different form of protest. I mean, people have been drumming since people have been on Earth.
Some of the artists came from as far away as LA for the drum demonstration, and that part of the story is coming up tonight at 10. Others are choosing a much more quiet way to protest.
Susan Elizabeth Littlefield shows us the Scandinavian history behind some handmade symbols of resistance.
We got a call, and it seemed like a normal phone call.
But lately, nothing at this Minnesota knitting shop has been normal.
And I realized we had gone viral, and it was just and it was, a couple of days.
It started after images like this went viral.
Because everybody was kind of despairing.
In a state where 1/3 of people have Nordic heritage, a Nordic project made sense. A project dating back to World War II, when knitting and wearing red hats became a sign of resistance.
And I read the history of what the Norwegians did to protest the Nazi occupation of their country.
Gila, who owns Needle and Skein, is an immigrant herself.
Does this feel personal?
Here was my father in Egypt being forced out with no papers. They couldn't leave with anything. And this is the same thing that's happening.
So she recruited her regulars who were fully on board.
These are literally our neighbors. Right.
First, a night to knit red hats together.
The next week, I had over 100 people.
Then they widened their reach, creating a melt ice pattern for knitting site Revelry. Proceeds go to immigrant support groups.
For some perspective, a regular pattern might sell about 100. Well, the Melt the Ice pattern, thanks to these knitters, has now sold 100,000.
At $5 a pop, the numbers are astounding.
We are hitting close to $600,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the reach?
Poland, Korea, Mexico, Hong Kong, the UAE.
And Norway, too, of course.
Knit this in support of your state.
We have sold patterns to over 43 different countries. I know, it's insane. That's how much people want to show their support.
Leave it to knitters to weave people together.
So they have very high opinions on how fast we knit.
Together. In St. Louis Park, with photojournalist Chris Cruz, Susan Elizabeth Littlefield, WCCO News.
Okay. All right, so now that we covered that, I do think that we should move on to something else, which is fun. It's more fun news now, but there's a 90s fashion exhibition coming up in LA that I really think it's going to be fun to look at. It's going to open up from February 20th until June 27th. Oh my god, that's going to be so much fun, and they're going to be able to see like 90s trends, like the rebellion era. I love 90s fashion. It's just so fun. It's so fun. It's going to be at the ASU FITM in LA. I wonder how much tickets are. It's free. Oh my goodness. This is all the photos that they gave for this event. But if you're in LA and you want to visit, that's definitely something to go to. And there's going to be like major brands like Vivienne Westwood, Jean Paul Gaultier, Anna Sue, Franco Machino, Versace. Yes. Perfect. I love that. But yeah, I wanted to highlight that, and then there is other stuff happening as well, like the possibility of Bad Bunny wearing a dress in the Super Bowl because he's performing, and he literally won a Grammy. Oh, it's gonna be amazing times. He's gonna have the halftime show performance. His fashion is so interesting. Like he's able to like cross over to so many different like vibes really easily. And he doesn't really get any hate for it, or at least I haven't seen any hate targeted towards him for changing his style so much, but I think it's going to be so much fun to tune in. When is the Super Bowl though? I'm a fake fan. I'm not that much of a Super Bowl fanatic, to be totally honest with you. But I like watching the commercials, even though that's literally ironic because I don't like watching ads. February 8th? Okay, that's coming up in 5 days. Oh, interesting. It's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, fun. Fun news for the employed and unemployed. Oh, you know what I found so fascinating? How Pat McGrath, her lab actually went bankrupt. It's a beauty brand. And she's like famous for doing makeup for brands, for designers. And her literal company went bankrupt. But I feel like it's because no one has money anymore to be buying makeup, especially from like niche creators or like niche experts, because I don't feel like if you don't know her, I don't think you're buying from her brand, you know. And as of late, most companies are going bankrupt. It's a tough year. It's a tough year, especially when we don't have enough money to go around. Oh, she's from a working class background. Interesting. Most likely it's because she wasn't making any sales. Let's do some research. Okay, let's see. I'm kind of sad too because I was going to watch my favorite streamer and they decided not to stream today. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Ooh, okay, so the US Today covered this.
Pat McGrath Labs, known for bold shadows and powders, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, according to court documents. Filed in Southern District of Florida, the company listed over $50 million in liabilities. The namesake makeup artist founded the company in 2015 and was valued as a billionaire in 2018. Lawyers said McGrath wants to keep operating, preserve jobs, and pursue an orderly reorganization. The company sought approval for a $1 million loan to stay afloat and pay employees. An auction of the brand's assets was indefinitely postponed, WWD reported.
Interesting for sure. All right. Oh my god, someone says first time I'm hearing of this brand. That's so funny. That did sound like an AI voice narration, and this is USA Today. AI is basically infiltrating every single freaking thing under this universe. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're gonna move on. I do think we're gonna end the stream soon, but I'm so excited to see Joe Sugg in a new series. I was raised by Joe Sugg as a YouTuber lover when I was young, and Joe Sugg was like the person I watched. And he's literally gonna go around Europe and discover lost crafts with his pregnant fiance. I'm so excited. And this is coming out soon. It's going to be on this like European broadcast, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere I can watch. Sky History, it'll be on there. Oh, it's going to come out soon, so I'm excited to watch that. Like, I think there's something so wholesome and amazing to like have people like explore crafts, trades that are often enough and disappearing because of like late stage capitalism. So I think this photo in itself kind of sums up like the lost art of like what we no longer have, because who is going around doing this? What are they even doing? I think they're making some wheels. That looks like wheels. Very interesting. Gonna speed run through this. There's a Selena exhibit in LA. Everything is always telling me to go to LA. There's museums, there's exhibitions, there's things, there's LA is where it's at, man. It's so ugly. Like the city is so visually ugly, but then there's all these things happening. It kind of makes up for it, but I'm like, I would never be able to afford to be in my own apartment in LA unless I sell my soul to the devil. I'm gonna skip this one. I don't really feel like talking about Nordstrom. But yeah, anti-fascist baddies unite. I love this art. I keep finding like political Sailor Moon content and I'm kind of like living for it, but this is amazing. Oh, I want to screen print this and like put it on something or make stickers or buy stickers, but I'm pretty sure you can buy this from her site. Online shop, yeah. Let's see what she can sell me. So there's a print, $10 is not bad. Oh, she does sell stickers. It's just pre-order. $10. I kind of want that. I want to do the commodification purchase. I feel like this is also kind of like copyright infringement, but we're not gonna get into that. But all the sales will be, all the money from the sales will be donated to ASIA, Center for Justice, which focuses on immigrant legal defense programs for children and adults across the country. Very cool. I wonder how big the print is. Oh, okay, it gives you sizes. Oh, I love the big one. Huh. I may buy it. How much is a big one? $30. Maybe I'll buy it when I get my paycheck. Not right now. I can't buy this right now. No. That would be terrible decision making on my part. Okay. We'll buy it in 2 weeks. And then Louis Tomlinson. Can never say his last name. But he also has a concert. I feel like all the Five Sauce lovers are living right now because One Direction, their creators, is up and away performing. He has a show coming up near me in a local venue and it was pretty affordable. It's so unlike Harry because Harry's is like $1,000 or $7,000 of it I've been hearing, while Louise is like super close by, super local. So I'm excited to see him possibly go live. Wait, should I look that up right now? He's gonna be at Rosemount. Can I still get a ticket even though they've been out already? Let me see if I can even get a ticket. Oh, StubHub, I believe. Where do I get tickets? Wait, let me look it up because sometimes my personal information kind of shows up. Okay, so it's gonna happen July 3rd. $55 is not bad. Wait a minute. But I worked that day. And I was gonna go to a Five Sauce concert in Seattle on July 2nd, and I can't go anymore because there's a major event that's happening for work that I promised I would be able to attend to work. Okay, so Pitt is $237, and Harry Styles costs $1,000. I saw some girl almost get charged $7,000 for Pitt. That's crazy. But $237 is not that bad. It's just the day doesn't work for me. Why is everyone doing stuff on that week? Oh, it's the 4th of July week. Okay, no wonder. They want to capitalize. Huh. That's okay. July 3rd. Wah, wah, wah. But yeah, that's happening. I'm excited for that. I don't have anything else to cover today. I kind of like sped through a lot of stuff. But I'll see you guys on Thursday. That's what we'll be doing, like some design stuff. I'll pull it up right now. This is what I'm gonna be doing on Thursday. I already planned all my streams in advance because I'm a nerd like that. But let me pull up my YouTube account and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. So here, did I lose a subscriber? Did it watch these? They watched this stream, didn't they? And they're like, fuck this shit. Oh my god. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be designing sustainable underwear. Yeah, sustainable underwear. There you go. Perfect. Virtual design session. So I'll be doing research on how to design clothing in this software. So if you want to join me on Thursday, that's what I'll be up to. Yes, that's what I'll be up to. But yeah, it's been a fun stream. I feel like a lot of people didn't come today to my stream. I don't know if it was the topic or what, but I think some days like a lot of people want to tune in, some other days people don't want to tune in. I think it's just kind of random for mine because I do a lot of different things. Yeah, who knows? But hopefully you enjoy the stream nonetheless. If you're watching the recorded version, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye.